Hey. Hey, Mighty. My name is Whitney McGuire.
My name is Dominique Drake Ford, and we are Sustainable Brooklyn.
Let's talk about it from just the way the media portrays sustainability. Oftentimes you'll see a Patagonia ad with people backpacking through the Himalayas and they're weathered and, usually white, people talking about zero waste and conserving and minimalism, also white. I think just the way the sustainability movement is portrayed is very myopic. It's very linear. It does not incorporate the different aspects of different cultures that practice sustainability.
Community is at the heart of what we do and who we are. Without building and connecting and shifting the collective consciousness of our community, there is no sustainable Brooklyn. And so we're engaging with community, number one, on social media. Obviously, we live in a digital age. Instagram is very big. It's how we're able to quickly connect and shine spotlights on who we are and what we do. So we've definitely built community very quickly on Instagram. The next layer is our symposiums. They're elemental symposiums, earth, air, fire, water. And the focus is redefining sustainability so that we're changing the lens on who we're speaking to, who's speaking, and how we're creating solutions.
Our volunteer days and our symposia really stem from the fact that we aren't situating ourselves as experts in this field. What we're doing is actively learning with our community. So we're building community as we're actively engaging in the things that we want to know more about. We wanted to see how people in the community are generating ideas for ways to eliminate clothing waste, or at least mitigate it as much as possible. So Fab Scrap is one of those organizations. They have a location down at Brooklyn Army Terminal. They sort through the clothing donations and sell scraps of fabric, to designers. It's a pretty cool system. I'm excited to go help them sort. I've never done something like that before. I've always been on the donating side, but never on the sorting side. So I'm excited to see how that's going to really reframe the way I even engage with donating clothing.
Welcome, ladies. Thank you for coming in. So really appreciate the help because this is the stack that we have to recycle. What you're going to be doing today is helping me find a home for all the items in your box. Companies give us recycle items with us every week, so we take in about 2,000 pounds a week now, and on a monthly basis we're now recycling around 12,000 pounds. Last year when I first started we were doing about 5,000, so within the year we've been able to double, and then we're now serving 400 clients. We'll be able to double that from last year as well. So all of this is what we need your help with.
Yes.
So like I said, textile recycling is just a new concept. So what you're going to be helping me is find a new home for the item, so that way we can make sure that the least amount of it goes to landfill.
The take, make, waste model, how that impacts Black and brown communities first and most often. So the take part, literally like farm migrant workers, laborers, we have people who are currently incarcerated in this bubble. There are a lot of ways that they can be taken advantage of, and that contributes to poor ecosystems for all of them. So then we have make, poor working conditions for, specifically within fashion, because that's my wheelhouse, for people who are making our clothes. But then on the other side, there is this, whole idea is that if we show the people making our clothes, then that would humanize them. But it's really just a way of still Continuing to like gatekeep the narrative of sustainability
Still
without
a level of control.
it still really like extracts them from the entire like movement. So again, they are extracted and taken advantage of. And then the waste part, we see examples of this, especially in West African countries. When I was in Ghana, there were just like trash piles, like so high, full of just like old clothes that the U.S. has shipped over there, you know, to just, I mean, polyester never decomposes. So it's just sitting in a landfill emitting toxic chemicals.
It is super therapeutic. Wow. Like,
Yes,
look at all this, all these bags of clothes. It's crazy.
What is this?
What does PA stand for?
PA is going to be polyester.
Polyester. Mixed. If it's mixed, even if it's stretchy, it still goes in the mix.
Okay.
But if it doesn't have a tag, because we talk about racism so much, and the environmental aspect is one of the most important aspects because it affects our health, it affects the health of our kids, it affects communities, and it affects the entire global system and how the climate crisis is happening. And so there is, like, if we're talking about justice, we have to talk about environmental racism. The work that we're doing specifically with Sustainable Brooklyn, it's like we're looking at Brooklyn in this microcosm, obviously thinking globally, but we have to understand that we each have circular economies within our own community that we're a part of and is affected, as well as when we're thinking bigger from, you know, bigger brands. So it's important to have a distinguished ideology of both the bigger circular economy and the fact that there are local circular economies, because we matter here on the ground in our little community.